Hello dear students, welcome to this class of BA Part First, General English. And dear students, today we'll discuss a beautiful essay, an extract by APJ Abdul Kalam, the President of India, and the title is Vision for 2020. That is how Dr. Kalam, the famous scientist, and the President, the former President, who is admired by all, how he looks at things in India and how he says that by the year 2020 India would become a great economy, an upcoming emerging market, and a superpower in this world if some of the measures are taken right now. If some of the improvements are made in some special fields, then India can grow into a superpower. So, dear students, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he was born in 1931 and the former President of India. He passed away. He specialized in aeronautical engineering from Madras Institute of Technology. After working for 2 decades, that is for 20 years in ISRO, the Indian Satellite Wing, and mastering launch vehicle technologies, Dr. Kalam took up the responsibility of developing indigenous guided missiles at the Defense Research and Development Program. So he is also known as the Missile Man of India. He was responsible for building indigenous capability and critical technologies through networking of multiple institutions, development and operationalizations of Prithvi and Agni missiles, the long-range anti-continental ballistic missiles of India, Prithvi and Agni. From July 1992 to December 1999, he was appointed the scientific advisor to the Defense Minister and was Secretary Development in the Department of Defense Research and Development from July 1992 to December 1999. Pokhran 2 nuclear tests. Dear students, you all remember that India conducted nuclear tests in Pokhran, and these tests were conducted under the supervision of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Pokhran 2 nuclear tests, which made India a nuclear weapon state, was carried under his supervision, and he took up academics as a professor of technology and social transformation in Anna University, Chennai in 2001. He has won many awards, including the Padma Bhushan in 1981, Padma Vibhushan in 1990, and the Bharat Ratna in 1997. He became the 11th President of India on 25th July 2002. Dear students, in this particular extract, in Vision for 2020, he focuses on transforming India into a developed nation by the year 2020. And for this, Dr. Kalam, he says that we should improve in certain sectors if we want India to become a superpower, if we want to become India a developed nation by 2020. So let us dissect what Dr. Kalam says and in which fields we should pioneer and excel to make India great, to make India a developed nation. I request you to open your textbooks. When the India Today conclave posted the question India tomorrow, global giant or pygmy. So the question which was put before him in the India Today conclave was whether India tomorrow, that is, if India can become tomorrow a great giant, global giant, or a pygmy. Pygmy is the shortest man living on this earth in the continent of Africa. I recalled an event that occurred while meeting students in Nagaland during my recent visit. Dr. Kalam says that when I was on a visit in Nagaland, some of the students met me and a class 5th student asked, I would like to live in a happy, prosperous, peaceful, and safe India. So, what was the question? The student of class 5th, he asked that I would like to live in a free, peaceful, and prosperous country, India. Tell me, what will you do, Mr. President? Also, tell me what I should do for that. So, the little boy of class 5th, he asked two questions. Mr. President, what will you do and tell me what I should do for that. During my interactions with school children, he says that the president, Dr. Kalam says that I interacted with the students of more than 17 states and 3 union territories which I visited. A series of similar questions were raised. So it was a matter of great concern that the students, the small little students of even class 5th, they are aware of this fact that India can become a superpower. But the question is what to do, in which sector we should progress. So the beautiful reply that Dr. Kalam gave says that we are a nation of billion people and sorry, and Indian minds, they are capable of absorbing cultures, and they have also faced successive invasions, the foreign invasions. Now, we should not allow any religion or any individual fanaticism to endanger our nation because the nation is more important compared to any individual or party or religion. So, Dr. Kalam says that nation is more important than any religion and any party or any individual. So, we should think ourselves as a nation. Then he says that even the rich and the great nations, the developed nations who have their wealth and military strength, are afraid of virtual enemies and they live with the fear complex. And Dr. Kalam says that it is the economic prosperity and the military strength alone which cannot bring peace to any nation. He says that if you are economically developed and if you have a great military, even then you cannot bring peace to any nation. He says that peace, it can be achieved if we live as a one nation where there is no hindrances of religion, caste, creed, or any other individual hindrances. Only then we can achieve real happiness and prosperity and a peaceful country to live in. Then he says that after getting independence in 1947, he says that the first vision of the nation was in 1947. The vision created the best of leaders of many fields like politics, philosophy, judiciary, science, and technology, he says. And then improvements were made in many aspects of life, in literacy, in agriculture products, in military, in strategic areas, and certain small and large scale industries were also commissioned. Now, Dr. Kalam says that more than 50 years after independence, after 1947, have gone by and we are called among the hundreds of developing countries, that we are still a developing country. And in a distinct way, a separation, he says that we are still referred to as a developing country, but by now we should have become a developed country. Dr. Kalam says that we have many challenges, and in this country of nearly 260 million people who are below the poverty line, we have to join the mainstream of a good life. 100% literacy, health for all, multiple industrial and agricultural productivity, and a lifestyle with a value system have to emerge. He says we have to carve out a healthy system because most of our population is below poverty line. So he says that we need a second vision for the nation to become a developed nation, developed country. Dr. Kalam says that to become a great country, we should proceed with a vision. And this second vision, it should have a second green revolution. He refers to the green revolution, the 5-year plans, and how we achieved food sufficiency by the green revolution, how our farmers, they worked hard, toiled day and night, and they put India on the food grain map of the world. Now we have sufficient food grains, and this was a major transformation, and it is a must for a strong economy. Another important sector in which Dr. Kalam says we should work is the IT sector. The IT driven knowledge, product system, and biotechnology and space technology. He says it can put India in the forefront, and as a future revolution, it is predicted that humanity will see human habitat in one of the planets and space solar power. So, another important sector is the space sector and the solar sector, where our IT graduates can pioneer and put India into the global scenario. Another important point that Dr. Kalam raised is the ICT, that is, the information and communication technology. As you all know, dear students, today we use mobile phones, computers, network. All this is due to the information and technology industry. And Dr. Kalam says that we should focus on this ICT today. It accounts for nearly 2% of GDP, and to be a developed country, to be a developed nation, we should enhance this significantly. We should work hard in the ICT sector also. Another core competence area which we should develop is the biotechnology. And Dr. Kalam says that India is rich in herbs, germ plasm, and microorganisms. We have a rich Ayurvedic system. Industrially developed countries are importing these bioresources in raw forms, adding value to them and exporting them as special seeds and biomaterials to the developing countries. He said, India, we have this great variety, and we should develop on this biotechnology also. Then he refers to the agriculture sector and the food processing units, that we should target 360 million tons of food and agricultural products every year. Another important point is education and healthcare, which is aimed at increasing in employment potential, leading to social security and population control. Another important thing is education and healthcare to all, and population control. Dear students, you all know that population is a biggest asset, and it is also the biggest hindrance. And in India, we are placed at second in the world as regards to population. But our population is not skilled. We should provide education to it, we should skill them, and we should develop infrastructure for development, including reliable and quality electric power for all parts of the country. Information and technology, communication, this is another important sector in which we need development. Then Dr. Kalam says that human resources, as we have the second largest population of the world, human resources, particularly with young population as we have, is the unique core strength of our nation. We should turn into our strength. We should not think our population, our young population, as a burden, but we should turn into a strength. There are 700 million people below 35 years of age. So we have the youngest population in the world. The nation needs young leaders who can command the change of transformation for India into a developed nation, embedded with the knowledge society from now to 20 years. That is by the year 2020. So says, Dr. Kalam says, we should have creative leaders who can bring changes, who can command the coach, from manager to mentor, from director to delegator, and from one who demands respect to one who facilitates self-development. So, Dr. Kalam says that if we pioneer in these sectors, if we put our energy in the positive way in all these sectors, India can become a great nation by the year 2020. Dear students, I hope you have understood the poem, understood this beautiful extract by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in which he lays emphasis on certain sectors where India can grow into a great developed nation. So, the thing that he insists is the ICT, the information and technology knowledge, and how we can build a business model based on our biotechnology. And in this vision, if we follow this vision, the government has to build a name for itself by quick decision making. Another important thing that he points out is that the government, they should make quick decisions and transparent administration. So we need reforms in in administration. And the media, the role of media, he says, the media has to become a partner and a positive critic in national development. Dr. Kalam says that the role of media is also very important. He says that our musicians, poets, artists, they should nurture the glory of our great civilization and sing the song of development of India. This type of motivated environment will indeed lay a great foundation for our nation of transforming India into a developed nation. So Dr. Kalam says that if we put our energy, our positive energy and thought and some important reforms in administration, India will become a developed nation by the year 2020. Dear students, I hope you have understood the important message that Dr. Kalam leave us in this particular vision for 2020 essay. And this is all we need to improve in India and make our great country great again, a developed nation. Thank you very much.